Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Masala Chai and Chess with Nisha. 2 days back, I was looking at Twitter and I found a very interesting tweet by chess.com India. They wrote, "Throw us a player and we will recommend a game." So someone threw in Koneru Humpy and chess.com India recommended a very interesting game of Koneru Hampi, and not only that, they showed how that game was very similar to the idea used by Emanuel Lasker 116 years back. Now this game of Lasker is very famous. I knew that game, but I did not know this game of Hampi, who by the way is my favorite woman chess player. So with permission from chess.com India, I decided to use those two examples in the current video. And these two games will teach us and will tell us why we need to know classics, why we need to know tactical themes, because we can use one idea learned so many years back in our own games. So are you all ready with your masala chai cup? We will see two games today, and we will start with the game of one of the greatest players in the history of chess, Emanuel Lasker. He was world champion from 1894 to 1921, that is 27 years. This game was played in the year 1889, 5 years prior to Lasker becoming the world chess champion. Lasker is white in this game and black is Johann Hermann Bauer. Let's get started with the game. F4 was played. Lasker plays the bird's opening. D5, E3, knight F6, B3, E6, bishop B2, bishop E7, bishop D3. So we see that both white's bishops are pointed in this diagonal, and one very important thing is this E5 square is normally very important in this kind of structure. B6, knight F3, bishop B7, knight C3, knight BD7, castles, knight E2, C5, knight G3. We see all white's pieces going towards the king side. Queen C7, knight E5, knight into E5, bishop into E5, queen C6, queen E2, A6. Black has played somewhat passively in this game till now. Let's see how Lasker punishes black for that. You can think from here because the critical stage starts. Lasker played knight H5, knight into H5, and now he played bishop into H7. No taking back queen H5. Short. King into H7. Queen into H5 check. King G8. Another shot. Bishop G7. Like, this idea is now known to most chess players, but this was so many years back. More than a century, yeah. King into G7, Queen G4 check, King H7, Rook F3. So white wants to give a checkmate with Rook H3, as we can all see. E5, Rook H3 check, Queen H6. The queen goes, Rook into H6, King into H6. But very important is white has a very nice move here. Another tactical shot, Queen D7 with the double attack. He wins a piece, and with it the game is easy from here. Bishop f6, queen d7. White is up material here and not very difficult to convert. Let's see. King g7, rook f1, rook b8, queen d7 coming near black's king again, rook fd8, queen g4 check, king f8, f into e5, bishop g7. If bishop takes on e5, queen f5 would finish the game here. So with a double attack on e5 and f7. So bishop g7 was played, e6, rook b7, queen g6, attacking f7, f6, rook into f6, bishop into f6, queen into f6, king e8, queen h8 check. No explanation is required in this game. It's just for us to see how he won this game, how he used a pretty combination. King e7, queen g7, king into e6, queen into b7, rook is gone. The game is almost over, but it went on for a few more moves. Rook d6, queen a6, d4, e into d4, c into d4, h4, d3, and he finished off with queen into d3. Black resigned here. So this was a very interesting game by Lasker when he was like 21 years old, and the fine point in this game being in this position, bishop into h7, king into h7, queen h5, king g8, bishop g7. And this idea that after king g7 we go with the rook lift and it's a mate. Now we will see the game of my favorite female chess player, Koneru Humpy. We will see how Humpy used Lasker's idea, which was played 116 years back. So this was the year 2005 and Humpy is playing against Nemeth Zoltan. Humpy is white. d4, d5, c4, d into c4, queen's gambit accepted on the board, e3, knight f6, bishop into c4, e6, knight f3, a6, castles, c5, bishop d3, knight c6, knight c3, bishop d7, normal development, a3, rook c8, queen e2, queen c7, h3, bishop d6, d into c4, d into c5, bishop into c5, d4, bishop d6, bishop b2, knight e5, knight into e5, bishop into e5, rook ac1. It looks like a symmetrical position, but black has not yet castled. Queen b8, f4, bishop d6, knight e4, knight into e4, rook into c8, bishop into c8, bishop e4. And here Zoltan Nemeth castled. So he thought it's a symmetrical position, lots of pieces have been exchanged. He simply castled, and I think he didn't have the sense of danger due to trade of a lot of pieces. So here Humpy was alert, which is quite normal for a player of her standard. Bishop into h7, Lasker's idea. King into h7, queen h5 check, king g8, bishop g7. How ideas in chess repeat, right? King into g7, queen g5 check, king h7, very precise move now, rook f3, you need this rook lift, rook g8, queen h4, very important, you need to be in this diagonal. King g6. Instead of king g7 here, rook g3 check, king f8, and queen d8 leads to a checkmate. So king g6, rook g3 check, king f5, queen h7 check, king f6, rook g8, queen a7, attacking e3, queen h4 check, king f5, queen g4 check, king e4. If instead in this position, if black goes king f6, there is a bait with queen g5. So king e4 was played, queen f3 check, king d3, queen d1 check, king into e3, queen into d6. The c8 bishop is gone now. Bishop d7, queen into d7, resigns. I think this game would have been child's play for Humpy. She definitely knew Lasker's idea. All top players know classics, they know tactical things very, very well. So for Humpy, this would be very, very easy. But it's very important for us to understand why we should see classics, why we should see beautiful games, because these ideas remain in our minds and we can use it in our own games. Have you used this Lasker's idea in your own game? Let me know in the comment section below. Hope you all enjoyed the similarity between the two games shown in this video. The idea was to stress the importance of knowing beautiful games so that we can use them in our own games. Do let me know in the comment section below whether you have used Lasker's idea to win a beautiful game. And before you go, don't forget to like my video, subscribe to my channel. See you. Bye-bye.